Welcome to my first lazy day listing video. And if I'm really going to be true to myself today on this lazy day, well, I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to stay behind the scenes. And if you're new to our channel, I'm Vicki with avante-avenue, and my husband Mark and I are resellers on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. For my first lazy day listing video, we're going to work on Boy Scout patches. I want you to know that with the method I'm going to show you, it doesn't matter what you choose to list. But for me today, my lazy day listing is Boy Scout patches, and I have lots of tips for you that I think will help you when you have a lazy day. We picked this box of Boy Scout patches up at the Reseller, and we only paid $5 for all of them, and they've been sitting here for months. So I thought, well, here's a good project to start with on this lazy day. And by lazy day, I mean I don't really want to take a lot of time to photograph. I don't want to take a lot of time to think about it. I just want to throw up some listings really fast on eBay. In this box of patches, there happen to be several patches that there are several of. And as you can see, I have a variety of patches. Because it's a lazy day, the first thing I want to do is to separate out all the patches that have more than one. That's going to be the fastest way to get a lot of listings up with minimal time. One listing with quantity. All of the others that are single patches will get set aside for another lazy day. I grabbed a box tray that I picked up at Aldi. If you shop at Aldi, you know what I mean. And I decided to load it up with the patches that I wanted to start with first. Remember, I'm choosing those that have more than one. I'm looking for quantity. And this is what I'm going to start with. I don't know how many are in here. It doesn't really matter at this point. I grab another box and load it up for the next time I have a lazy day. Meaning again that I don't have much time to list and I need something that's ready to go. And all the single patches get put into a box. Oops, I might see something in there that I have more than one of. I'll have to go back and grab those. It's really kind of funny that we used to live in Ohio, and these patches are from Ohio, and this says Wadsworth, Ohio, but we actually live in Kingsport, Tennessee now. So somebody must have moved here from Ohio like we did. So I have 2 boxes ready to go. The first thing I need to do for lazy day listing is create a draft. So under listings, I'm going to create a listing. I can't go directly to drafts, that's where the drafts are saved, but I need to create a listing. I do have one that I started here, but let's just go with a Boy Scout patch. And you can see here they have badges and patches. Let's check the category for collectibles, camp patches. And I know there's none here that I want to start with, so I'm going to continue without match. They're new, at least the ones I'm starting with are new. And I'm not inserting photos yet, I'm just trying to create a draft. So I'm going down to title. I'm creating a title that I think I can use for most of them. BSA for Boy Scouts of America, and then Boy Scout patch. I'm not going to type anything else for now. I do want to fill in the custom label, and I can put the date, and I can put where I bought these, Restore, and I paid about 10 cents each. Store category, it's already defaulting to my patches, but I could edit it and change it here down below for the store category, but I'm good with that. Unit of sale is single, and of course item specifics changes depending on what you're listing. I don't want to put the year in here because it could change per patch. I'm assuming they were made in US, but I don't know that for sure. The organization is Boy Scouts, and then here I would put the title on the first line, but before I do that, I have a cheat sheet on my laptop here in a notepad, and I can copy and paste some of my text, copy, and I'm going to allow a line for the title and paste this. I know I want it buy it now. Price, let's just go with $9.95 for now. I'm not going to allow offers because I'm going to set up volume pricing. I love this feature when I have more than one of an exact item. Buy 2 or more, save 10%, and you can go all the way up to I think about 80%. Buy 3 or more, save 12. Buy 4 or more and save 15, and you can set this up any way you like. It's a private listing. That means when someone looks at my feedback, they can see the comment, but they cannot see what the item was or what they paid for it. I'm setting up my shipping. I have shipping policies set up, so I'm choosing free shipping because after research, I discovered that the best way to set up patches is free shipping. I'm putting in 10 ounces not worrying about the package dimensions. It's shipping from Kingsport, no returns accepted. I have immediate payment due, and I'm going to save for later. That's how you create a draft, save for later. And how you find your draft is under listings and drafts. And you can see here, I've already set up a few, but if this was my first one, I could click that box and create a copy. I can copy the catalog product information. I can copy photos if I want. You can do pretty much anything you want. I don't need to copy photos, and you can create pretty much as many copies as you'd like. And what this does is it sets me up and gets me ready for the Lazy Day listing. This allows me to resume a draft very simply, add my photos, finish the title, change the date if I'm listing it another day, but this is my project for today, and just filling in the year, copy and paste the title here, from the condition, etc., etc. Change the price if I need to after I do research for comps. So my point is, creating drafts will help you speed up the listing process. For my photos, I am just working on my pack and ship table. If you've watched my videos, you know I have this simple table with a black tablecloth on it. I'm using a photo app that I have called Pro Camera. You don't have to have that. It's just something that I like, and I can set it up to take a square photo, which for whatever reason, my phone does not take square photos, and I like square photos, so I'm using a Pro Camera app. Part of Lazy Day listing is finding things that you really only need 2 or 3 photos max. In this case, I'm taking a photo of the front, and then I'll turn it over and take a photo of the back. And if you want to, you can put a ruler next to it and take a third photo. So that's one of the goals when you're picking out things for Lazy Day listing. I also use the app Photo Room, and I love it because I can quickly change the background. I'm going to my photo album, importing the photos. It will automatically change the background to white, but I can at the bottom there just choose black, which I think looks a lot better. And then I just save the image to my phone and I'm done. That's how fast it is. And I could import quite a few photos. I can't remember how many, but it's a lot. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just importing the photos for one patch at a time. So I'm working on my phone right now, and I'm going to my drafts, which are under selling and at the bottom. And you can see all of the drafts there. They don't have any photos yet because I haven't inserted them. Open one up and do the plus symbol and go to your photos and import the photos that you run through Photo Room app. Maybe you don't even clean up your photos. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything to them if you're happy with them. This is just what I do. And it's really quite fast. And the photos look so good with a nice solid background. You can finish the draft right here if you want to, or you can save this draft and finish everything on a desktop or laptop. Now here's where it can be challenging on your phone. When it comes to quantity, you're not going to see the option to do volume pricing. It's only when you're on a desktop. So you can completely finish your listing here if you want. You can set up everything, your description, your item specifics, your shipping, and you can go ahead and publish the listing. And there's the listing for my first one. My first patch for Lazy Day listing yielded 16 items, 16 of the same patch at $9.95 for a total of $159.20. I would say that's pretty good for listing just one patch. Buy one for $9.95, buy two for $8.96 each, buy three for $8.76 each. This is a great example of a listing with volume pricing. At first, I thought these polar bear camper patches were brand new, but as I sorted through them, I discovered that some were used. So always check to make sure that they're all in the same condition, or you'll have to edit that when you finish the listing. Let's go over again the basic steps for Lazy Day listing. We've already selected what we wanted to list. We went for quantities first, and we set up several drafts. Try to find items that you only need 2 to 3 photos max, and take all your photos. Have your photos ready. If you only work with your phone, well then do your listings on your phone. If you have a desktop or a laptop, start the listing on your phone and finish it on your desktop. I'm going to work from my phone, and then I'm going to go to my laptop. So I go back to my phone and I choose a draft, and I'm going to import the photos for the next listing. And in this example, it's the polar bear patches. I'm not going to finish the listing on my phone. I can type much faster on my laptop. So I scroll all the way to the bottom and save the draft for later. Save for later. and I repeat the process for all the listings that I've chosen for my Lazy Day listing. Here's another patch set up with volume pricing, this Kit Carson Museum, and I have 5 of these starting at $9.95 each, and I realize it's discounted if you buy more than one, but let's just take $9.95 times 5. That's $49.75 that I got listed by using the Lazy Day listing process. This rare 1981 Jambo Great Trail Boy Scout patch I was able to list at $24.95, and I have 2 of them, so just about $50 in listed value. And I'm not going to show all of them here, but I do want to show you how I organized them. I separated the patches into bags, and I do know that I need to only pull one when I have a sale, unless they buy more than one. I always keep assorted small bags on hand, and you can find these sometimes at garage sales or church rummage sales, so always look for bags. And I got so into the process because it was so easy Lazy Day listing that I actually ended up completing 2 days worth of listings so far. And then I had this stackable organizer out in the garage that was empty, so I decided to separate the patches by large, medium, and small. It's working out pretty good so far until I list some more, I guess. And let's jump over to our store, avanteavenue, and you'll see here some of the patches that I have listed so far. And I'll show you here how many patches I kicked out on my first and then my second round, because I've done 2 boxes so far. And you can see here, when you go to the store, it doesn't show this, I think, in regular listings when you're seeing everyone's listings, but here in my store it says save up to 15% in red, and I guess I only have a couple of the apple cider. And I sold one of these already for $14.95 with free shipping. The shipping came in under $4, with tracking. So here are some of the patches that I set up. And it's a really quick and easy way to get listings listed fast when you don't have a lot of time. So I hope you find this helpful. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue, and Mark and I will see you soon.